Hello, this is a video about installing the Havoc, the HS3 running boards. So the Havoc running boards I'm talking about, they have the HS2, which is the crew cab doors, and they also have the HS3 that adds the step to get in over the side access of your bed. Like I have a gull wing toolbox, so this step, that third step with the HS3 will allow me that access to that gull wing toolbox. So essentially, the kit comes with the two running boards, and then there's a hardware bag, and the hardware bag has a complete set for each side. So what they give you is the body nuts or captured nuts. You have 3 captured nuts, 3 flat washers, 3 lock washers, and 3 anodized bolts. Okay, so that makes up the 3. Now these are the 3 that you won't see. These go up in behind the rocker panel. There's a square punch out in your body that these will go down through to be able to work with that. Now your factory pinch seam, the black bolts, they're using black bolts so that you don't see them. There would be black bolts on the black bars that are behind me on the floor. There's a pair of bolts on your rocker panel. Okay, so anyways, for the outer pinch seam, there's a pair of bolt holes there, and the black bolts with, it's a black bolt, the anodized washer, the black lock washer, and the black nut. So you'll have 3 of those. So these 3, and 1 Havoc bar make up a complete side. This is the other complete side. I just haven't assembled yet. So you are going to go the way the instructions, they want you to go in and they want you to position the bars up under the rocker panel of the truck. Go to the center of there's 3 mounts. That's why they have 3 of these. One towards the front tire, one towards the center of the cab, one towards the back of the cab. So they want you to go to the one towards the center of the cab and get the bars hanging from this one first, and then go ahead and continue along with the rest of the stuff. So I'm going to go ahead over there and I'm going to get the bar hung on 1 bolt. I'm not going to be able to hold the camera and do this, so I'm going to have to get the bar up and hung, and then I can move a camera down there and I can show you putting the other 5 of this one side together. So I've already test fitted the bars by hand, and it looks like for the 2019 and 2020 Ram 2500, this bar, which this paper here says that the Havoc HS3 HPG-003204. Now this does say Ram 2015 to 2017 1500 to 4500 crew cab with 6.4 bed. So it looks like this bar, anything 2015 to 2020 should fit, because I have a 19, which is the 4.5 gen, you know, they call it the 5th gen in the half tons, and it's not a full 5th gen for the 2500s. And a test fit, everything's going to work, everything's fine. So even though this says 2015 to 2017, this will work up to the 2020 Ram 2500 6.4 bed crew cab. So everything that you need, all of the fasteners are 13 millimeters. So I grabbed a 13 millimeter ratchet wrench. I grabbed a 13 millimeter standard box wrench, and I grabbed a 13 millimeter ratchet with a short extension. So right now, what we did, we came over here, and there are 2 bolts right here on the factory pinch seam. This is the center bracket. We're using the front bolt hole on the pinch seam itself. So you see there's 1 here, not using that towards the rear, we're using the one towards the front. Now up on your rocker, you'll see you have, if you don't have factory running boards, which I did not, you have tape over all these holes. So I had to peel the tape back to put that captured body nut down through the front hole, not using the rear hole, using the front hole. So front hole and front hole for this one. So I have this one. Same thing back here. You have to peel the tape back. So we're using front hole and front hole for the captured, front hole for the pinch seam, front hole for the captured nut. You see I'm not bolted yet. Okay. So we can take And you're going to take one of the black bolts with the gold anodized washer, with the black lock washer and the black nut, and a crazy dog. And you're going to put the bolt through from the inside with the anodized washer, and you'll have the lock washer and you'll have your black washer on the outside. Okay, so you'll lift this up, and where are we at here? Red Dog's going to help a little bit. And then you'll take your lock washer and your nut. Put your lock washer on. And you'll put your nut on. Okay, then you'll take one of your bolts for the captured nuts, which is the gold anodized lock washer, flat washer, and bolt, and you'll get that lined up with this. Get yourself into alignment better. In this case, I would need to pull backward, I think. So we're not going to tighten anything, by the way. This is all just going there. I'm hand tight, so that's all I need, hand tight. You know, something I do, I'm weird, I know. You have, on these stamped washers that you get, there's a side of them that, hey, Red, get it! There's a side that is sharp, and there's a side that's rounded. Now, anytime I'm going against a painted surface, I call this, the sharp side, I call that hard. The rounded side, I call that soft. I always like the soft side against paint so that I don't take this knife edge from the stamping. I don't like that knife edge digging into my paint. I like the rounded soft edge. So always put the soft side towards your painted body, or at least that's my way of doing it. So lock washer first, then you put the hard side back against the lock washer so that the soft side is going to be against the car. Okay, then we have our black bolt, nut, lock washer, and gold. So we're going to go all the way up yonder to the front. We're going to hurry up and grab that front one. You might not be able to see this, but it'll be the same thing. So on the front one, you're on the rear of the two holes on your pinch seam, and then you're on your rear of your two holes on the body, where the body nut is. Okay, so there's the bolt through, and lock washer, and black nut. That way, from outside of the truck, you're not seeing any of this gold anodized stuff. That stuff's all hidden from view. So this is the, I don't know if, can you see me? Probably not. This is the active noise canceling thing. It's this canister here mounted on the frame. I guess that's some of the brands of various running boards, and therefore that was a problem fitting onto the 19s. With this one, there's no issue there. Okay, so everything's hand tight now. So I'm looking here, I got this the front fender. Hopefully you can see that. So you have your body nut that's back. I slid it down the hole under the tape, and you have your bolt going into the body nut. You have your bolt into the pinch seam with your black nut and washer on the outside. So now here, this is the front of the bar, and this is the factory little flare thing they have coming off of the bottom of the fender. Let me see here. So making sure I have enough room. Now I can slide this a bit, so I can slide it closer. I'm going to slide it back like that because there's nothing at the rear that I'm worried about. So that's as far back as it'll go. That's to the hard stop. So you have your pair of bolts here. You have a pair of bolts here. And you have a pair of bolts way back there. And all I'm going to do now is go around and I'm going to tighten everything up, and then we'll jump outside of the truck and we'll look at it and step on it and see how it feels. Alright, so this is the Havoc HS3 bars installed, and you can see it gives you a good deal of distance down from the rocker panel to the step, so it eases that entry, especially for you know, if you have small children or people that are less dexterous, is that the right word? You know, people that have a hard time climbing up tall things. Yeah, I think it's a nice looking bar. The profile down the side, see that right there. So the round tube bar sticks totally out from the rocker panel, and then you have your step pad sticks out from that, so it sticks out wider than the tire. You see the back tire right there. You get the camera touching the front tire, so that gives you an idea. So if somebody comes in to side swipe you in your truck on the highway in a car, they're most likely going to be hitting this before they hit your truck. Stepwise, they flex a little bit. That's just by nature of the, you know, they're into that pinch seam. They're not solid mounted to a frame. They're not up to the body mounts. So they are mounted into the pinch seams. So they're not going to be a rock rail. This is not for off-roading, for sliding over rocks. This is rated, I think, 330 pound weight limit. I believe that's what I saw on the website. Call it 300 pounds. Typical American male is probably somewhere in the 180 to 240 pound. That's typical, normal, average, whatever you want to call it. Then you have people that are outside of that range. So this, if you're a real large, you know, 6.5 foot tall and large built guy, these may not be for you. You might need to look for something a little more stout. But for someone like me, it's around 185, 190 pounds. These are going to be beautiful. All right. Thank you. I'm going to go install the other side now. Should take about 5-10 minutes.